Hi Stampin' friends, it's Chris Slogar from BuckeyeInklings.com, and today I want to show you how to make this Twisted Easel card. The front pops up and stands when it's propped with that piece. It may be a little different from other twisted easels you've seen and that we've made before because I've added this bookbinding edge to it. And in that way, I've made it a standard card size, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Okay, so this just swings open. And of course, you can make this less slanted or steeper if you like, based on where you put the prop piece. Okay, so let's get started. The base itself is Balmy Blue, and it measures 4 1/4 by 11, and it's scored, I've already got it scored at 5 1/2 and then 6 3/4. Okay, so I'm burnishing those, and this is basically the front, and we just need to add a diagonal score line here to make that twisting easel portion. Okay, so let me put this aside. And I like to do my scoring on my scoring board, and just going to line up this score point here to the corner of the card and add a score line there. Okay, that's all you need to do to make that part that twists. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and burnish that. And I'm going to seal up this bookbinding section, that edge that makes it like a flat bound edge. And in the meantime, I'll set that aside with a weight. And I want to show off, not these TaylorMade tags, but this is one of my favorite new die sets, Scallop Contours. Been using this die a lot. In fact, we're making it a square here, but I have so many examples. I'll link them in the description for more cards using this. Another twisted easel and just some fun folds. Okay, so let's go ahead and make this white square scalloped edge, and we're using this rectangular die. Let me just show you what we need to do. So I've got a big shot here with the magnetic platform, and I'm going to just cut a piece of basic white first with that die. And the one thing about this die is you do get a lot of chads, those little pieces here. If I slam the die down on the table, a lot of them come out. I just need to poke a few more out. Okay, because then we're going to use the die again. Let's get those out of here. To make this a shorter, well, shorter than a rectangle, we're going to make it a square. So I'm lining up a scallop. I'm going to cut off the three end scallops. I'm lining up the corner with the 4th scallop, and I'm also making sure I'm lined up with the edge here that's already cut. And then I just need to cut that end. So I'm just loading the acrylic plate so that I get that end cut. Okay, so there I've made a square out of this rectangle die. Okay, and that's the leftover piece. So, okay. So all we've got left here now, I am using a square of Your Peach DSP. Okay, and it's kind of an odd measurement because I based it on the dimensions of this scallop, and it is a 3.5-inch square, I guess. Is that what I have? 3 9/16 inch square. You could do probably 3.5. Okay. So I'm going to mount this on my Whisper White square, or Basic White square, I should say. And then I have a piece of designer paper for the bound edge that's cut. I used a different pattern from that same collection. It's cut 1 by 4. And I'm going to center that in the binding. And then I have a piece of Balmy Blue that is 4 1/8 inch square. I've already embossed it with Tasteful Textiles. So I am going to mount that here, but I'm only adding adhesive to this lower part of the triangle to mount that. Okay, because we want the base of the card to be able to twist up. Okay, so I've got that down, and then I'm going to add this piece with dimensionals. All right. Okay, so instead of using the peach bundle, which coordinates with this paper, I went the floral route, and I made ahead of time. This is from the Floral Squares dies. This little shape, and then it has little flower pieces that you can attach. I've already attached them. So I've cut that in Pear Pizzazz and attached Balmy Blue flowers. And I am going to mount that on a coordinating piece of designer paper here. And then cut off the excess, okay? And that'll get us that pretty background that you see. Okay, so I'm going to line up 2 sides of it already, and then I just have to cut around 2 sides. And this bundle also has a stamp set where you could stamp some backgrounds. So if you don't have the coordinating designer paper, you could stamp a background to insert there. Okay, and I've already got, also from the Scallop Contours dies, label shape cut with my happy birthday greeting. And let me get a new sheet of dimensionals here. All right, so this is going to be the prop piece on the inside. And I also have a bow ready made here. Let me get a glue dot. I'm going to just ball up a glue dot to hold. Oops, I got a couple of glue dots here. Okay, so I'm gonna ball one up here to hold my twine bow. And I also have a piece of 4-inch square basic white for the inside of the card. Okay, so let's start putting these final pieces in. So if I open this up, I'm going to mount that 4-inch basic white on the inside. And then this label shape will serve as a prop in here. So I'm just going to locate that. I'll just pull that out maybe to about here this time. Let's see if we like how we like that. And I'm going to mount my square Floral Squares piece just above that greeting. Okay, so I'm just kind of lining it up in the square here. Let me cut off some excess of this bow here. And there you have it. Okay, so just kind of a neat twist on the Twisted Easel card to add this end in and make it a regular 5.5 inch by 4 1/4 card dimension. All right, so there you have it. You could also, you could turn this and just have, let me, oh no, it's stuck too hard. You could turn it this way and have the happy birthday straight. You know, however you want that prop piece on the inside. All right, thanks so much for joining me. Please visit me at buckeyeinklings.com if you need any of the supplies you see here. I use Stampin' Up products, and there's a link to the store at my site. So thanks so much for any support and likes and purchases. Have a great day.